It can't be easy marrying into rock royalty, but for Andraia Allsop and Wolfgang Van Halen, it was love at first sight. And it turns out, Wolfgang isn't the only one in his famous family who adores its newest member. To say that Andraia Allsop and Wolfgang Van Halen fell in love at first sight would not be entirely correct, because they actually first met when he slid into her DMs on Instagram. Van Halen was touring in 2015 when he sent the fateful message telling People magazine, "It was just like, hey, it's Wolf. This is my number. I remember where I was. I woke up in Denver to a message back from her. I remember exactly the hotel room I was in. It was on the last Van Halen tour. We were about to play Red Rocks, and it was the day off before we played that I got my first text message from her, and it was like, oh my gosh." They went on their first date not long after, which ended with the two of them watching the sunset on the beach. Once darkness fell, they spotted numerous shooting stars lighting up the night sky. Allsop recalled, "It was such a special night." And Van Halen agreed, saying, "It felt like this is meant to be. It's cheesy to say, but definitely love at first sight." 2022 was a very big year for Allsop and Van Halen. First, Van Halen got nominated for Best Rock Song at the 2022 Grammy Awards. Allsop made a rare public appearance alongside her beau on the red carpet.
I had to bring my mom and my girlfriend as support because I wouldn't be able to do this by myself.
Unfortunately, he didn't win that night, but in July 2022, the couple won big when Van Halen posted on Instagram that they had gotten engaged after 7 years of dating. He wrote, "She said yes." Van Halen's mother, Valerie Bertinelli, took to X to celebrate Allsop becoming her future daughter-in-law, writing, "It's nice to have some good news in this godforsaken world." On October 15, 2023, Allsop and Van Halen were married in an intimate ceremony held in their own living room, followed by a reception in their very own backyard, which looked straight out of a fairy tale with flowers and string lights. They also shared a first dance to a song that was a personal favorite of both Allsop and Van Halen, as well as Wolfgang's father, Eddie Van Halen, who passed away in 2020.
In Your Eyes by Peter Gabriel.
Oh, classic. Very special song.
Allsop told People magazine that after having weathered personal tragedies in the years leading up to their special day, they wanted a small ceremony that focused on family. "Our goal was just to bring all of our closest family and friends together. We wanted to create this wedding as a celebration not only just for us to get married, but a celebration for the people we love." As part of this tribute to family members, Allsop revealed that they left an empty seat for Wolfgang's late father, Eddie. She also incorporated photos of Eddie and Wolfgang into memory charms, which she then added to the bouquets, boutonnieres, and corsages. And a bookshelf was set up with photos of departed family members they had lost over the years. Allsop said, "It's important to include them and have them be a part of the ceremony that we wish they were here for." For a final family touch, Allsop made the unconventional decision to have both of her grandmothers act as flower girls for the ceremony. Allsop told People, "Back in March, my grandfather passed away, but when he and my grandma got married early 1990s, I was about 3, and so I was their flower girl. So I thought it would be fitting and just a nice little moment to have my mom's mom and my dad's mom be our flower girls." As a musician, Wolfgang Van Halen is often on the road, but Van Halen told People that he and Allsop have learned how to make any place feel like home. "Home is where we are together." Allsop agreed, saying that as far as they are concerned, home could be anywhere. It could be a hotel room, it could be a bus, or it could be our actual house. Home is just where the two of us are. Allsop told People that she supports Van Halen's talent and drive. After joining the world-famous rock band Van Halen at the age of just 15 years old, Wolfgang later branched out with his own solo act, playing every single instrument on his debut album. Allsop said, "I'm so proud of that. Wolfie is the hardest worker, and so I really love that about him." In turn, Van Halen has been vocal about how much he appreciates her support. Shortly after they were engaged, Van Halen played live on the Today Show, which he described as, quote, "one of the most nerve-wracking things ever." Luckily, Allsop was there to support him, along with his mother, Valerie Bertinelli. Van Halen told Heavy Consequence in 2023, "My mom and my fiancé have just been so wonderful. They're definitely the people I rely on and lean on. Just having them there to support me was really special." Many sitcom jokes have been made about difficult mother-in-laws, but Andraia Allsop got very lucky with hers. When asked about her daughter-in-law, Valerie Bertinelli couldn't stop gushing to People magazine about how thrilled she is to welcome Allsop to the family. "It brings me such a nice sense of peace knowing Wolfie and Andraia have each other for the rest of their lives. They really get one another. Their humor is very similar. They like similar things. They know how to give each other space, and they're just so comfortable together." Bertinelli is also certain that Wolfgang's father, Eddie Van Halen, would have been thrilled to see his son marry Allsop. According to Bertinelli, Allsop's ability to connect with Wolfgang and her unwavering support of him and his career are all qualities the late musician would have wanted Wolfgang's life partner to have. In 2024, Van Halen took on one of his highest profile gigs yet when he performed live at the Academy Awards. Playing alongside legendary guitarist Slash, Van Halen provided backing for Ryan Gosling's vocals as the actor sang his hit tune, I'm Just Ken, from Greta Gerwig's Barbie movie, which was nominated for Best Original Song. On the red carpet, Allsop and Van Halen told People magazine that they were more nervous for the Oscars than they had been for their own wedding.
Yeah, it actually felt like we were getting ready for our wedding today without hanging.
Yeah, it was actually, I think it was more stressful getting ready today.
Still, even though I'm Just Ken ultimately didn't win the Oscar, Allsop said it was a night for celebrating, telling people,
I'm ready to stay up all night if we have to.
Yeah.
Safe to say, being married to a rock star is never boring.